Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys few tips in order to build your English skill. Before diving into the topic, I would like to admit myself as an intermediate English speaker. And when it comes to this journey from lower intermediate to intermediate, I would say that it was quite an arduous journey because being brought up in a non native English speaking country, I literally found like becoming fluent in English, it's not really easy one. So I had to put so much of work and I found it literally arduous initially, but eventually I felt like I have developed a changeover in the way of speaking English, the pronunciation, intonation, everything which I once felt very bad in level have rised into an intermediate level. So now I'm going to share with you guys those tips which I followed so that you can make use of it and improve your English skill. First tip is find your own speaking companion. So this is what the first tip which I actually incorporated years back. That is during the time of lockdown, I had a handful of time. So during that time, my one of my friend was also not swamped. So we actually like on the daily basis we actually got into conversation. We actually took up random topics and we actually made a virtual meeting in order to improve our English. So initially the change was not much, like there was not much improvement, but eventually when we just rewinded the previous audios and recorded versions, we actually found that a great change, a drastic change had came over us during the course of the journey. So that's the first tip. And by the way, if you don't find any sort of speaking companion, you can actually make yourself as a companion. Like most of the day, when my friend is not there to make a conversation with, what I used to do is I used to go in front of the mirror and I used to take up random topics and I used to speak of my own. And before doing that, make sure that anyone is not around you, because if they find you in such a way like speaking to the mirror, they would feel like something have gone wrong. So in order to avoid that, you make sure that find a private place and improve your English. So the second tip is practice reading. So just by practicing reading, you can actually make a great change in your English skill. Like you can gain new words, you can gain new phrases, you can gain a sort of an intonation, like intonation which is something which is really prominent when it comes to speaking in English. So you can develop intonation, perfect intonations. There are so many things which you could gain from reading. So basically, for me, reading is not an easy task. I used to just force myself for 5 to 10 minutes every day in order to read. But what to do? No go. If you want to improve your English, if you want to gain vocabulary, you have to read at least 5 to 10 minutes every day. Tip is writing. So, writing is something which is entirely different from speaking. Like most of you may feel like if you improve your English in speaking, it's perfectly enough for writing. But based on my personal experience, I would just say that I actually paid more focus on speaking, and I felt like okay, when it comes to writing too, I can actually master in the way like my speaking. But the things went wrong, like while speaking I was really the things came out of a flow, but when it comes to writing I actually found really hard. So I would just say if you wanted to improve your English, you have to pay an extra focus on writing too. So I would just suggest you to write at least 5 lines. It can be of any topic, or you can just maintain a diary on a daily basis where you can just write the daily significant incidents, and so that you can actually take that as a memory. You can actually just flip over in future and find what are the incidents that happened in your life. In the same way, you can also improve your writing skill. So this is all about the third tip. If you follow all these 3 tips, like find a companion. If you don't have companion, then make yourself as a companion. Second is writing, and the third is reading. If you follow all these 3 tips, I'm damn sure that one day you would become a very fluent English speaker. And if you found this video useful, do comment below. And if there is any sort of if you can't really understand what I say, or if you have any sort of clarification, you can just let me know through the comment, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more update. So for now, bye from Pooch.